What's up, guys? It's God's Middleman on YouTube, God's Middleman 22 on Instagram, and Esoteric Decoded on TikTok. This is Chosen Talks, episode 5. I'm just going to read. This episode is called Limiting Beliefs. We live in a system run by negative powers, and they strip society and the government and the way of life. It's just structured to limit us and become what they want. A happy participant of society, which was designed for you to fail. If you spent all the time working on learning and researching and meditating, you wouldn't need them or the system, which is a trap to get you to drain your energy on their system and kill your drive to create on your own and critical thinking. Because if you had those things fully intact, you would be free. They limit you by introducing a system in order to solve a problem that they created, which is having to pay for earthly resources and rent. The animal kingdom doesn't pay for rent. And aren't we supposedly at the top of it? Aren't we on the top of the animal kingdom? Why are we paying rent? Alright. That means it needs to change. And we are the change in what we participate in and tolerate. They then introduce a solution which is working for paper, so you can continue to pay for your existence. So now they showed you how to get paper by exchanging your physical time and energy, which removes the parents from the house and separates the kids. So they say that's the only way to survive. And you see the system at work and participate in it, so you know that's the truth. But in reality, they are limiting your personal reality by you believing the system they introduced to you as the only way. If this is not you, then you see it everywhere around you, because you have accepted that the only way is to exchange time for money, because it's your reality when it comes to problem solving. What they don't want you to do is getting into alignment with your passions and God-given gifts, because when you do, you become more confident and more conscious and more powerful, and you can hear God and the universe speaking more clearly because of it, which in reality is you shifting into a higher timeline by getting into alignment to allow you to hear God's direction more clearly. You hear God's direction more clearly because you're more in alignment. That's why people be disconnected from God, because they're way out of alignment with who they truly are. So then you can continue to act on them. And you will notice these signs when God speaks as synchronicities or deja vu. Or you hear audio out loud of what you've been thinking about and haven't told anyone. Follow them and you will shift upward, where the message gets more clear and life becomes more abundant. And this abundance will come however it needs to present to you at whatever stage of life you are on. For example, you could never quit any of your jobs but lose it anyway, and then be put on unemployment, which is probably not the amount of money you wanted, but will keep you alive. But now you have time for learning and discipline. Everything happens for a reason. Everything is strategic on God's timing. That's how God works. That's called a profound time of waiting, where you stack up your knowledge and you get a chance for realignment for the next chapter. Chosen one, this message is for you. They are going to kidnap normal people mixed in with very little chosen ones to try to confuse and invalidate the chosen ones who know who they are. But it might make people who follow them betray them or give up on them. That's a little side note. I know there's going to be a time where they're going to stage an invasion or something, and they're going to kidnap a whole bunch of people, and they're going to be like, oh, if you were chosen, why weren't you taken in the rapture? Because it's going to be a fake rapture. They're going to take random people so that the chosen ones are invalidated and the people who trust them lose trust in them. Everything is a plan. Everything is staged. Thank you.